Hello, good evening, everybody. This is Kwai again here for another RHCSA exam objective tutorial. Tonight we are going to go over archives, compressing archive and compression, compressing archives, and we're gonna go over some, how to create an archive and create different types of compression. So we're going to create um, a regular uncompressed archive. Then we're going to create three different types of compression. They are gzip, bzip2, and xzip. So I have, in this video, I have a script that will create the environment for me. So let me show you what that looks like. Um, say archive compression lab.sh. All right. sh. All right. So this, as you can see here, this script here is going to build out my lab environment. So I just want to show you guys that. I'll have this available sometime soon. I'll post this up that way, and it's reusable. Anybody can practice this. I suggest like really just you can build this, automate it, and tear it down when you're done. So this is built for that. I do have a tear down script too if you need that as well. And I'll post that shortly as well. So let's go ahead and escape. Let's go ahead and get out of this. WQ. All right, script's already executable, so we don't have to worry about that. So to verify the resources that's created, we can do an ls-r hyphen r and slash server slash resources. Yep. Oh, maybe I did not run that. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Did I do that? SL. Let's see, CD. All right, clear. Say PWD. All right. Let me see if I did remove that SRV. All right, let's remove dash RVF and slash SRV. Remove the directory. Let's clear that up again. All right, we got rid of that. We got everything. I tried this out, tested this lab out earlier today, so to make sure everything works. So everything works fine. So let me run the script here. Um, uh, archive compress lab.sh and all right, there it is. This is the lab. It's done. Everything's created. Works pretty fast. And to verify that, again, we're gonna go ls-r and slash srv and resources. Here it is. This is what the script. This is what the script created. So as one of the RHCSA objectives, I believe scripting still is there. I'm not sure in the latest exam, but in the real world, you definitely want to build script environments like this where you can test and you can tear down in a real world because this is stuff that you're going to really be doing. So, all right, so let's go ahead and clear and let's begin. So first, we're going to create. So in order to create an archive or compress archives, you're using a command called tar. So if you need to know what tar means, so let's go with man.tar. Oh, no manual entry. Oh, I don't know. Why did I do that? All right. All right, let's go with man tar. All right, so you have different options here. All right. So this gives you the example of tar, and then it gives you an example of how to use it. and you can explore this on your own in a little bit, just in depth if you want, but this is how you typically create it. So let's go ahead and quit, and let's build our first archive. So to create uh, a standard back archive, or standard backup, you want to call it, you use the tar command. All right, dash C for create, V for verbose, F for force, and we're going to go the where. So part of the syntax of it is command, option, where, and source. So we're going to where mount. All right, resources. All right, this is where you're going to create the tar file in the mount directory. So we're going to go resources. All right, dot tar. Hope I spelled that correctly. No, I did not. I did not create resource. Can't spell today, guys. All right, resources dot tar, and then the source, we're going to slash server slash resources. All right, boom, archive. So whenever you see this, no error, usually if there's an error, you might see that at the end. And usually typically if you see errors, probably where the options are. So one thing to remember is when you're these option flags here. So specifically when you're doing compression, you always want to make sure there's a certain order to them. So, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a minute. So now let's go ahead. Now we've created them. So in order to verify that again, we're going to use a command. We're going to use the tar command again, and then we're going to hyphen T for test, V for verbose, F for force, and then we're going to check the tar file, resource tar. There it is. We verified it. It's not so. There we go. That's how you create. It's pretty simple. All right. So let's start with compressed archives. So again, you have three different types of compressed archives here. We have gzip, which is a .gz extension, and bzip, you see a .bz2 extension, and xzip, and a dot that usually is a .xz extension. So when you can using each extension, it I believe the xz.xz is reduces like the smallest. Not entirely sure, but in cases I've tested this before and it has been the case. So let's go ahead and start creating our first compressed archive, which is gzip. So in order to do that, I'm gonna do tar, all right, hyphen C for create, V for verbose, and here you want to add Z for gzip and F for force. And the reason I did that in that order is because you want to make sure that Z is right there before that force. The force flag is always going to be at the end, because this is your compression is not going to work if, let's say, if I put the Z at the end, it's not going to work. So let's go ahead and slash MNT. All right, where resources. All right, resources. All right, let's see here. Oh, I don't know. Resources. All right, dot tar dot gz. So specifying that it's going to be a gzip. Our source is from server and resources. All right, there we go. Now we created our gzip. And again, to verify that, we're going to do tar r dash cvzf. All right. All right. Oh, tvf. All right. Slash mnt and resources dot gz. There we go. There we go. There it is. So, all right. So let's make our next compression file. It's going to be bzip2. So in order to do that, it's going to be a tar, all right, hyphen C for create, V for verbose, lowercase j, and F. So one thing I want to mention is this J flag option. There's two J flag options. There's one for lowercase and one for a capital J. Okay, so the lowercase j is for bzip2. Now, when we get to the capital J, which is for xzip, we'll show you that. So again, all right, so we'll go to here. We want to make specify as a lowercase j. We're specifying a bzip file. So we're going to slash mnt, all right, resources, sources dot tar dot bz2. That is the extension the source slash srv, all right, resources, and there we go. And again, we want to verify that again. We're going to do the dot bz. Just add the bz. Oh, oh, maybe that didn't write. Bz. Oh, bz2. Nice if I put a 2 there. There you go. All right. All right. Just want to make sure we keep verifying what we do. So, we can have a dh that du dash sh slash mnt slash resources dot tar. You see, with this command, use like how much space is being used. So we can use that one, tar dot gz. See, if you notice the difference. So you can go here, or we can go another step further. We can go to bz2, same. So we'll see what the xzip one is. So it's clear. All right. So our last archive is going to be the xzip. So in order to do that, very similar to the bzip, but instead of a lowercase j, it would be a capital J. So we're going to do tar slash hyphen C for create, V for verbose, capital J for the xzip flag and force. Then we will what location? Slash mount slash resources. We got to spell that out. Resources dot tar dot xz extension. And then the source, server, and resources. And voila, there we go. Now let's test to see what's the size of that xzip file. Maybe the same. Oh, yeah, it's the same. So, and this is the same, but in some instances maybe smaller. But I just but this is important to verify the size of the disk. So if you remember when it was just an archive, regular uncompressed archive was like 20K. Now it's down to 4K. So this is very important to know and verify, especially if you're not just on the exam, but real life as well. So, okay. So let's go ahead. Now that we created them, so let's verify. Let's clear. Let's list out all the files, the tar files that exist. So we're going to do ls dash L for list, H for human readable, slash mnt, and resources, and we're going to use the star. So that star, we're going to use everything begins that begins with resources. There you go. That's all. So you have your regular compressed, standard uncompressed. Then we have our different compression. So there you go. So that's how we use. That's how we want to use those. So now we can check how much disk space the resources use. So we want to do that by you saw this command before, du hyphen sh slash server and resources. So the resources use 32K. So that's how we definitely will check that. So if we want to compare archive sizes, it's use the same command. So instead of that, we want to put dot tar and the flag here. Oh, that's not right. Okay, all right, I got it. So it's in the MNT resources dot tar and a star, and here you go. So if you want to compare them, that's a command to compare all of those. So you want to use that star flag at the end because that indicates that we are checking for all files here, any files that begin with the resources dot tar or begin with that dot tar. So there you go. That's how you can compare. All right. So usually, but like I said before, usually the xzip usually produces the smallest archive, but it probably would if we had some more resources in there, maybe some text in there. So now we're going to create. Now we're going to make sure we're going to create some like a custom location to extract our compressed files to. So what we're going to do is, so let me see if I have, let me see if these are, I probably didn't create these, but OPT, restore, I did not. Okay, so let's create some directories here. So we're going to do mkdir slash opt slash restore. Oh, restore and slash resources. I'll probably butcher this. Cannot create resources option. Oh, never mind. I need to put a -p flag. All right. There we go. All right. Now we're good. Okay. So we're going to first do our first extraction. We're going to extract. We're going to learn how to extract a, and extract a zip file. So I could have done this in many different ways. I'm just going to show you just one of the compressed files to do this. For this right now, we could go ahead and let me do the gzip. So to show you how to extract them to a custom location. So if you do not, typically you want to do that into a different location. So to do that, we want to do a tar, all right, slash. Now, all this time we've been using the T to test or C to create. Now we're going to do X for extract, V for verbose, Z for zip extension. That's where we're going to extract a gzip. and F for force, then where, MNT, all right, resources. So it'll pick up that gzip extension. Now here we go. There's the part here we want to specify a custom location. So in order to do that, we want a hyphen capital C. That's for custom, for the custom location slash OPT and restore and resources. All right, there you go. So we could do the same thing. We could do the same thing with the bzip extensions. So I could go and we can make a directory. So let's go mkdir and slash opt slash restore um resources say restore restore underscore bz2 restore bz2, and we could do the same thing with slash opt restore and resources, and then restore underscore xz. All right, so we created those directories there. So it's kind of similar to the same command, similar to the same thing. So we're going to do tar hyphen x for verbose, x for extract, v for verbose, j for bzip2, f for force, slash mnt resources, and then it should pick it up. All right, and we're going to slash opt. Where's okay? Oh, the custom location. Okay, that's right. We got to specify that custom location. Okay, so dash capital C slash opt resources and resource oh b bzip. All right, there we go. All right, so let's do the exit. So we'll do the same command here. All right, let's go tar and capital J F for force. All right, slash mnt and resources dot xz. So if you notice here, when you're doing that and you auto completing, it's gonna pick up that flag. That flag it's gonna pick up because of that option, that capital J. So we're gonna do capital hyphen capital C, and the source is going to be opt resources, and then resource underscore xzip. Bam. There you go. So what we did was we first create these all these archive and compressed files. Then we want to extract them into a custom location. So in order to, and like we again going, if we want to go over to, let's say, inspect without archiving, expect without archiving again, we want to go tar dash hyphen tvf and slash mnt and resources dot tar, say tar dot xz. So this is where you want to you want to check and inspect without extracting. All right. That's that's pretty common. So what we went over today, it's pretty common, and what you're going to do in RHCSA, definitely what you're going to do, you know. So this is definitely something you're going to want to do here. So now this script here, you can, again, we're going to tear down the resources, but I created this script that way for others like myself who want to just practice and keep practicing, because the basics do matter. Keep hammering down the basics every day. Don't matter if you're a seasoned Linux engineer or anything. You always especially want to hammer down the basics. You always go back to your basics at some point. So, but this is a very powerful, very useful skill to use that you're going to use a lot. So, but I wanted to thank you guys for joining me. So, before we go, let's go ahead and I'm show you the script. Let me go ahead and tear this down. Um, so I'm clear. I want to tear this down. So we're going to star slash um, archive. Um, yeah, clean. What is it? Archive compression. Oh, compression. Oh yeah. All right. Underscore cleanup. Oh, uh, underscore cleanup. All right. So this script is removing and tearing out all the resources associated with this lab. All right. So everything's torn down. We're good to go. And I hope this video wasn't too long, but I hope this was helpful to someone studying or a beginner or whoever. But I just want to thank you guys for all your support and just help watch me on my journey here. And I thank you guys, and you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye bye.